The film, High Rise, begins with Dr. Robert laying in a destroyed large tower building. He has blood on his body and is seen setting a dog on fire. The story then shifts back 3 months ago when everything was normal. The film depicts the high-rise, London's tallest building, specially designed for people seeking a modern living style. The rich occupy the top floors, with the poorest residing on the ground floor, with the richest individuals on the 40th floor and gradually descending in wealth. The residents of the tower lead isolated lives, detached from the outside world. Dr. Robert moves to the 25th floor and embraces the luxurious lifestyle. He meets a single mother and her son, forming a quick bond. Additionally, he befriends documentary filmmaker Richard Wilder. Dr. Robert works as a physiology teacher and conducts a class where he demonstrates by cutting a human head, leading one student to faint. The fainting student is sent for a brain scan. The next day, Dr. Robert is summoned to the 40th floor where Anthony Royal, the architect of the tower, resides with his seemingly indifferent wife. Royal invites Dr. Robert to a party, which is themed as an 18th-century costume event. However, Dr. Robert is unaware of the theme and arrives in his regular attire, causing disruption and earning scorn from Royal's wife and the other guests. He is labeled as an outcast and expelled from the party. As Dr. Robert heads to an elevator after being expelled, a power outage traps him inside with others. Royal reveals that the building has been experiencing electricity cuts, water shortages, and malfunctioning waste disposal systems, leading to increasingly common problems. The story progresses with the medical report of Dr. Robert's student who fainted, confirming no serious issues. Seeking revenge for the student's insults, Dr. Robert convinces him that he has a brain tumor. Subsequently, the student, residing on the 39th floor, under the influence of alcohol, tragically commits suicide. The police investigation into the matter is insufficient. Dr. Robert's friend Richard Wilder becomes deeply saddened and resolves to expose and halt the oppression within the high-rise building. The tower becomes a closed-off society, devoid of incoming and outgoing traffic. Law and order disintegrate, and crime becomes rampant. Food shortages lead to conflicts among the residents. Meanwhile, suspicion arises that Royal has been bribing the police to overlook the chaos and prevent news from leaving the building. Dr. Robert, burdened by guilt for deceiving his student about the brain tumor, spirals into mental instability and secludes himself. Wilder plans to kill Royal, believing him to be responsible for the turmoil. However, during the confrontation, Wilder discovers that Royal has a secret son. In the ensuing chaos, Wilder manages to reach Royal's penthouse and shoots him, resulting in Royal's death. Wilder, in turn, is shot by a woman. Throughout the tower, chaos reigns as people engage in fights driven by hunger, revenge, and hatred. The rich and poor clash, resulting in a cycle of violence. The film returns to the opening scene, where Dr. Robert is found within the wreckage of the tower, exhibiting signs of a complete mental breakdown, talking to himself. The story concludes without providing a definitive explanation for the events but leaves viewers with a reflection on the inherent flaws of state capitalism and the absence of political freedom. It suggests that under such systems, where power is concentrated in the hands of a few, true political freedom and equality are unattainable.